Hi everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm talking to you today about body shapes and positive body image. In the Style Lounge in February, which is my online membership site which I've recently launched, we're talking about body shapes and I'm linking this to positive body image. Now the reason I launched the Style Lounge was because I see my one-to-one styling clients maybe a handful of times in a year. Some will only see once and then keep in touch with them via social media. Some I see once and I never hear from them again. Everybody's different, but one common theme that I see with all of my clients is the need to continually evaluate and evolve our personal style. It's not something that's static. As our lifestyle changes, as our bodies change, as we grow older, as fashions change, our style evolves. So it's something that I personally think needs to be considered on a regular basis, at least once a season anyway. It's thinking about what image do I want to portray, how am I expressing my personality through my clothes, am I showing off my body in the best possible way, and do I feel good? And for me it's that feeling that's really important. I don't think there's a single woman who's come to me for a consultation who said, I love my body. And that makes me really sad. But I have to admit, I'm exactly the same, and positive body image is something that I struggle with too, especially since I had my two children. My youngest is now 2 and I still am carrying a bit of extra baby weight and I'm still not 100% happy with my body. I don't think anyone ever is. So I really feel like we need to learn to love our bodies, whatever stage we're at, whether we're pregnant, whether we're menopausal, whether we've had children, whether we haven't. We've all got our own little hang-ups and issues. And I think for the sake of our fellow women, for the sake of our daughters and our sons, we need to try and start to embrace fantastic figures, fantastic bodies, and just love the skin that we're in. So what I've put together for you today are some of my tips, I suppose, that have worked for me and that have worked for my clients to help you dress in a way that will hopefully make you feel a whole lot better about your body shape without needing to eat a single stick of celery, step foot in a gym, or move off the sofa actually. So they're my tips to elevate your body image, make you feel really good in your own skin, or using some clever little styling tricks. So my first tip is to focus on the positives. We're all far too worried about the things that we don't like and spend a lot of energy figuring out how we can cover them up, when actually, if we turned that energy towards the things that we love about ourselves and focused on those, then the bits that we don't like won't actually be noticed by anyone else. So I suppose a great example of this would be if you don't like your hips and your bottom, and I'm speaking from personal experience because I don't like mine, then dress them in neutral colours. Make sure everything fits really beautifully obviously, but dress them in neutral colours and put colour and detail and pattern on your top half. So bright colourful tops in shades that make your skin glow, lipstick, accessories like earrings, they all help to draw the eye upwards, and therefore that's what people will notice. They're not going to be looking at your butt. If you absolutely love your bottom, then let's show it off. Wear shorter tops, wear different coloured trousers, maybe patterns, possibly skirts, fitted dresses, and then do something more neutral on the top half. So they're two quite literal examples, but hopefully you hear what I'm saying. Dress and concentrate on the bits that you love, and nobody will notice the bits that maybe you're not so crazy about. My second tip to feeling good in your own skin and promoting a positive body image is to buy clothes in the right size. Now this one might seem an obvious thing to say, but trust me, it isn't. I see so many clients who will either be wearing clothes that are too big, and that's maybe because they've lost weight but they haven't quite mentally caught up with the new size that they are. So they're wearing things that are too big that make them look bigger actually, and they're not showing their figure off. Or they're wearing clothes that are too small, and actually that makes you look bigger as well because you'll have lumps and bumps if you're wearing clothes that aren't your size. So if you have to size up, It's just a number in those jeans. It really doesn't mean anything. It's about how you look and about how you feel. Wearing clothes that fit properly will give you a sleeker silhouette, they'll feel better, and they will look a whole lot better too, which will hopefully mean that you feel much more confident as well. My third tip is to find a great seamstress who can alter clothes for you. Buying on the high street is great. It gives us access to a multitude of styles and colours and fabrics and fits, but we're all different proportions, we're all different shapes, so you're never going to get a perfect fit. Trust me, it's 100% worth it to take an item of clothing that isn't quite fitting right to a seamstress and having it nipped and tucked or let out where it needs to be. It will be fitted perfectly to your proportions when you do that, it will feel a whole lot better, and you will look fantastic. My next tip is to stand tall, whatever your height. Now, as someone who is almost 5'11", you would think that standing tall came naturally to me, but it actually doesn't. I felt for a long time very self-conscious about my height, and as a result I would stoop a little bit. And I see women of all heights trying to look a bit smaller and not standing tall. Sort your posture out, straighten up, and trust me, everything will look a whole lot better and you'll feel a whole lot better too. So remember, shoulders back, boobs out, chin up. So my final tip is to think about where you draw lines with your clothes. I love this tip, it's so effective. So for example, if you're wearing a top right now, look at where it falls on your body. Is it cutting across your hips? Is it cutting across your waist? Is it cutting somewhere else, mid-thigh perhaps? And then think about the width of that area of your body and whether it's the slimmest point or a wider point or somewhere in between. We want to draw lines across our body at the areas that are slimmest and that we want people to focus on. So for some of us that might be our waist, and for others it might be slightly higher underneath the bust, might be the slimmest part. For others we may like to skim that and draw attention to our legs, in which case we're going to wear a dress perhaps that shows off our legs. Point is that drawing a line across maybe the hip area, which many of us do with our tops, will actually make that area the focus of your outfit, and it will make the rest of you actually seem bigger. So do think about where you're drawing lines with your clothes and make sure those lines are cutting across the parts of your body that you really want to draw attention to. So there you have it, a few tips from me to you, which I really hope will help you to think about dressing your body in a more positive way, focusing on the bits that you love, not worrying too much about the lumps and bumps that maybe you're not so crazy on, because we all have them and it would be boring if we were all the same anyway. I think that focusing on those positives and just wearing clothes that really excite us, that we love, that are fun, and that express our personality is really the key to self-love and, I hope, a positive body image. If you would like more information on body shapes and how to dress for your specific body shape, I would be delighted if you would join us in the Style Lounge for February. It's going to be such a positive, empowering and fun month where we're going to learn loads about our figures and also learn how to love them that little bit more too. I'll pop all the details in the box below. I hope you enjoyed this short video. If you did, I would be so grateful if you would subscribe to my channel, and that way you will get notifications of whenever I post things, which should be about once a week. Thank you for joining me, thank you for watching. Bye for now.